Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to be sharing a tip that I got from Jennifer McGuire. She has a YouTube channel and it's one of my favorite tips. I guess because it helps when you make a boo-boo when you're making cards. Um, and what she showed was this eraser. It's a Tombow sand and rubber eraser by Mono. And it says it's for ink and for pencils. And I wanted to show you how it works. I took a rubber stamp. I used this one today since it's Tuesday. And some of you guys like tea on Tuesday. I don't like tea. But I went ahead and I stamped it with my Momenta ink. And this is what it looks like. I stamped 2 of them. And I went ahead and I layered it because I'm going to go ahead and finish the card. But these 2 examples here have a little boo-boo on them. And we're going to correct it with the eraser. Now this eraser has sand on this side in with the eraser. This is just a regular eraser. But if you look closely on this one, on the tag where it says rose hip, I went outside the lines. So and I used the Prisma color pencils. I like to color with color pencils. I don't do the markers. So basically you just take your eraser like any other eraser and you just go ahead and you erase it. And what it does, it kind of chips away a little bit at the paper to take off the color. You can't do it too hard because if you scratch it too hard, you could sometimes damage the paper. But as you see, it's completely gone. And what it's also good for, and what I use it, excuse me, a lot for, is this one has a boo-boo too. And the boo-boo is right here that when I was inking it, I put my finger on it and I got some of the Distress Oxide right here. So that will erase that as well. You just take the sand side of the eraser and just gently just kind of rub it until it kind of disappears there. And that takes care of that. So that one's gone as well. And also what I wanted to show you was when you're doing inking, and sometimes what happens is we get a little carried away with our little blending tool. And we start inking and we ink and then we realize, oh no, I've made that too dark, or I went a little bit beyond where I wanted to go. The sand eraser is good for fixing that as well. And if you went too far in, you can go ahead and lighten it. So you see right here where I went a little dark right there, and maybe I don't want it that dark. I just take the eraser. Let me cover this up. I just take the eraser and I just lightly go over it. And it kind of lightens it a little bit. And then it doesn't appear as dark as it was in the beginning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 little guys right here and I'm going to go ahead and finish them off. I went ahead and I cut an A2 card size. And basically an A2 card size is an 8.5 by 11 cardstock. You just cut it in half. Then you got 2 cards. You have your 2 cards. And I went ahead and I opened it up and I scored it in half. So what it does by scoring it in half, it makes an easel. So it'll stand like so. And I did stamp out high there and I layered it with some cardstock paper. I didn't put any on the fold because you don't want it to buckle. And I put a little strip of paper here, same thing on this one. just scored it in the middle right here so that you're able to fold it. And it's kind of scored in half. Put a piece of paper there as well, so that you can add something to it. And what I'm going to add is these two. Where's my other one? This one goes here and this one goes here. So I'm going to go ahead and add these to the card. So I just flatten this out. And I'll get my glue, my art glitter glue. And I did score a line here because you're going to put this like this. This part does not get glued so that when you prop it up, it'll stand up. So the back part does not get glued, so you glue from the bottom down. So I did put a little tiny score line. I don't know if you can see that, but it starts here. And I'm gonna put that glue on there. Ooh, I squeezed that bottle hard. Let's see. It's a little tight. Clean it up. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just center that right there. Oh, he's crooked. I think it's a he. I think his name is Maxwell. Is that what the stamp says? Where's the stamp? I lost the stamp. Let's see. Feeling Rosy. Yep, his name is Maxwell. This is one of my vintage stamps. I love this stamp. But let me get back to this before it dries. So there you go. And this one will stand up like so. It's kind of hard to see at this angle, but it stands up. See? There's that one. And let me go ahead and finish this one. Let's see. Wow, this glue is really tough to come out today. Either that or I'm not squeezing it hard enough. All right. I'm going to center this one as well. Let's see. Oh, and I did forget one thing I wanted to show you with the eraser. Being that I did color it with color pencils, you see his face? His face is kind of dark. If I wanted to shade it, his face a little bit, can we see that? Just take a little bit of the color pencil off so he's more dark around the edges. And it kind of highlights his face a little bit. I love this eraser. And it just basically takes away some of the color so he's more dark around the edges than he is in the center. But that's my other little card. This one props up as well. So that was my tip for today. I believe Michael's has these online. I did get this one at a stamp show and I paid $3.50 for it. But it's a good supply to have in your stash, because sometimes we do make, you finish a card and then you realize, oh, I got some ink on there, and this will take it off. So I hope you found that tip to be useful today, and I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye now. Oops, real quickly, I forgot to add the bows. I made these 2 bows to put on it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Put a little bit of hot glue on here, not too much. And I'm going to stick it right here for this one. Isn't that cute? And take a little hot glue for this one. Just a little bit. And I'm going to stick it right there. Okay, now the card is finished. All right, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye now.